And the placings are final in our fall yearling heifer class. At this time, we'd like to recognize our second place junior. She is entry 1893, Twinkle Hill Carter Dixon, exhibited by Mitchell Schrepfer of Watertown, Wisconsin. That's right, let's show our appreciation for these exhibitors, folks. Third place in the class goes to entry 1989, Dan Moore, Frontier Samara, exhibited by Daniel and Maureen Baginski of Othello, Washington. Second place, and your best bred and owned in the class, is entry 1908, Vogren Pepper Woodsy OCS, exhibited by Tammy Vagley of Arlington, Wisconsin. And the winning entry and first junior in the class is entry 1904, North Lane's L. Poofy, exhibited by Chelsea Skidmore of Union City, Ohio. Congratulations. Judge Top, your comments on this class.
Well, what an outstanding group of senior yearlings all the way down from top to bottom. We got heifers getting ready to calve here nearly, just heifers just getting shortly bred here. The heifer we're starting out with, she's a heifer just is what we're looking for. She's a heifer exhibits balance from end to end. She's a heifer you admire the depth and openness of rib this heifer has. She's extremely hard across her top. She's a heifer is the best foot and leg heifer in the class as well. When she's coming at you, you love the strength that she has through that front end, but she's also got that sharpness and daringness, the angularity that you like to see in a senior yearling. Heifer coming out in second, I will grant she is a heifer just maybe a little sharper, a little more dairy, but when she gets up against this first place heifer just so much more mass, so much more substance, so much more depth and openness of rib. I'm giving her advantage. She holds herself to get a little nicer in her top line today when she's out on the move over our second place heifer. Second over third, I'm just giving advantage. So much more sharpness, daringness, angularity. I'm giving her a little more advantage in femininity, especially through that head and neck today over the real stylish heifer coming out in third. You admire the third place heifer. You admire the straightness across the top line. Just heifer like to give her a little more spring and depth and openness of rear rib more than anything, but you love the balance that this heifer exhibits as well. She goes ahead of the real tallest heifer in the class, or heifer coming out in fourth. You admire this heifer for her size and scale, length of frame. Just like to get a little more drop, a little more spring and openness of rib to her as well. But you admire the uphill run, the size and scale, the sharpness that she has. I'm giving her advantage over our fifth place heifer on correctness of feet and legs today. The heifer coming out in fifth, you admire the size and scale, the length of frame that this heifer has. Just like to maybe clean her up all the way through, but most of all like to change her on them rear legs to get her any higher in the class. But she does go ahead of the heifer next on that size and scale, length of frame all the way through. Just a nice group of senior yearlings here in our Brown Swiss show.